Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bull Plays. I'm Bull, and once again we're going to do a little Let's Play of a game. I'm still kind of going through my Steam backlog, checking out some smaller, older games that my PC can handle. And for today, we're going to check out a game called Go Go Nippon, my first trip to Japan. And forgive me if I mangle any Japanese words that may be involved in this game. I don't speak Japanese really. What little bit I know comes from watching anime, and I know full well that does not make me anything even close to fluent. So, I actually don't really know anything about this game. It's normally $10 on Steam. I think I picked it up a couple of years ago. Steam was doing a big sale, and I think it was like $2. And I was watching enough anime at the time. The game itself is a visual novel style, which means we'll get pictures on the screen and we'll get some text, and we basically just read and follow the text, and occasionally there'll be options to choose from. And apparently the concept of the game is it's a sort of a game tour guide type thing, where you basically are playing out a visit to Japan and touring various sites and stuff. So it'll give us information about sites, and apparently you can actually open up and see actual pictures of, like, real pictures of the real sites you're visiting in the game and stuff. So I don't know. It sounds interesting enough, and I figure it'd make for a good Let's Play, so we'll check it out. But like I said, I really don't know what to expect out of the game. There's not much to it. The config, you can do some real basic sound editing. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more. I kind of turned the sound down a little because it was a little loud, and that way you can hear me a little better. You can change up the message speed, auto mode message speed, text box transparency. I don't know how bad any of that's going to be, so we'll wait until that when that happens. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start. And like I said, I haven't played this yet, so I don't know what to expect. Open the tab of the currency in your country. Alright, I'm going to do a quick Google. And you might be getting some weird US dollars to yen. $113.19. Oops. Alright. I guess I gotta round off. I'm on a plane. Sigh. It's no use. Alright, I'm gonna quick menu system. Yeah, we're gonna up message speed just because that should make the nope. How do I get this to go away? There we go. Apparently right click gets rid of that. It's no use. My dream is finally coming true. I'd planned to sleep on the plane so I'd have plenty of energy. But I haven't felt the slightest bit tired the whole time. But now, yawn, I suddenly feel totally exhausted. But we are now beginning our descent. We ask you to fasten your seatbelts at this time. I can't go to sleep now, but at least I'm realizing my dream of coming to Japan. I actually would like to visit Japan. I think it would be fascinating. Unfortunately, I'm a little broken down these days. I don't think I'd be physically capable of doing that anymore. A little too old, a little too busted. Things like that just would be painful. Oh, okay. So we've got an airport. This is That landmass below must be Japan. Wow. This is incredible. This is terrible dialogue. I've been saving up my money and studying Japanese hard, all in preparation for this day. My beloved Japan, I swear to make the most of my time here. I've known people like this. They're a little frightening. But there's something I have to do first. I'm going to be here for a week. While I'm here, I'll be staying in the home of a Japanese family. I'll be staying with two brothers I met in a chat room, Makoto and Akira. They were so happy to hear I was finally coming to Japan, they invited me to stay in their home while I'm here. So first off, I have to meet up with the two of them. But where the heck are they? I told them my plane was coming in, I figured they'd be coming to meet me. I don't see them in the crowd anywhere, and I don't see anyone who could possibly be them. What am I going to do? Huh? Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, but are you Bull? Yes? I thought you'd be the wrong gate. I thought we'd gone to the wrong gate for a minute there. Who are you? I'm Makoto, of course. And, of course, there's a misunderstanding, and the two dudes you thought he was staying with are two girls. I don't think it's that type of visual novel. If so, I'll be certain to do some editing. And this is... Oh, come on, don't be shy. You have to introduce yourself. Oh, that's kind of neat. Gives you the Japanese and the English translation. Not that that means a damn thing to me. That girl's Makoto. Then this must be Akira. Oh, he's speaking... Okay. I got it. Let me do this. There was an option. System setting. Display Japanese text. Let's see what happens if I do that. Turn that off. I don't know if that'll actually... Nah. I don't see the Japanese text, so I'm not even going to try reading that. It's something in Japanese. So apparently she doesn't speak English at all. Aren't Makoto and Akira's boys' names in Japan? It's always been that way in the manga I read and the anime I watch. We never mentioned that in the chat. And unlike Japanese, you can't necessarily differentiate gender through text in English. It's true that Makoto and Akira are often boys' names in Japan, so it sometimes results in misunderstandings, but it's not so unusual for them to be girls' names. It really surprised you, didn't it? I could have sworn they were boys. Wait a minute, if they're both girls, does that mean I just stumbled into a week's stay in a house with two girls? I totally did. Oh, jeez. Now that I look at them, they're both super cute. This might be my lucky day. Now that the misunderstanding is cleared up, let's try this again. My name is Masaki Makoto. I'm studying English literature at the university in the city. I look forward to getting to know you. That's right, I look forward to getting to know you. And this is my little sister Akira. Hey, Aki-chan. Japanese. Nice to meet you. She seemed happy a minute ago. Why is she giving me the cold shoulder now? Why are you so angry? I'm not angry at all. Are you still mad he thought you were a guy? Not at all. I said I'm totally not mad. Alright, blah blah blah. Looks like Aki-chan is in a bit of a bad mood. Don't take it personally. She looks kind of pissed at me. She's not. She's really not. It's just what? She's just at that age. Please don't worry about it. Better get going. I'd like you to ask, get you home as soon as possible. First, I have a favor to ask. Well, you can speak Japanese. Yeah, I've been studying it back home. From now on, I'd like you to speak as much Japanese as you can. To tell the truth, Akira's English is a little bad. That could be a problem if I don't actually speak Japanese. Didn't she speak English in the chat room? I translated all of that for her. Ah. Okay, good. We're not actually going to be speaking actual Japanese, apparently. That's a good thing. I was kind of half worried there for a second. That would it would be interesting for the game to actually be mostly in Japanese from a certain standpoint, but considering that I have absolutely no Japanese knowledge, I would be in trouble. Isn't the airport part of Tokyo? We're in Chiba, the prefecture adjacent to Tokyo. It's a little inconvenient, but it can't be helped, Tokyo being as small as it is. Do you have a cell phone? I have one that does international roaming. If you didn't have one, we could rent one at the airport. I was going to recommend renting one, but I think you'll be fine using your phone. Let's head to your... Wait a minute. Take this. This is a card. What the heck? It's called a Suica? S-U-I-C-A? A prepaid transit card? Ah. You top up the value on that card, then touch to the ticket reader at the station, automatically deducts your train fare. Convenient thing to have. You don't have to calculate the fare to your destination or worry about buying tickets. There's another type of transit card called the Pasmo, but it works the same as the Suica does. It can be used all over Japan, while Pasco can only be used in the Kanto region. There's one more thing to watch out for. It's not a loan to get you on a Special Express train. If you want to ride the Special Express, you need to buy a separate express ticket. Anyway, you can easily buy one at the appropriate label, blah blah blah. You can change the language of the ticket machine to English, so even non-speaking tourists can use it. Alright. Auto charge, insert the money. You should have 5,000 yen worth of cash stored on your card. Anyways, shall we finally go into Tokyo? Sure, how do we get there? Several ways, but the best way is a special express train called the Narita Express. So here, a special express ticket. I bought it for you in advance. But only foreign travelers are allowed to buy them, so we couldn't get one for you. But I guess this time we'll just have to do it this way. Thank you. Just remember that if you're going to use Suica to ride... This is kind of cool. It really explains a lot. I guess it'd be really... if I actually was going to Japan, this would be actually fairly useful for... you know, knowing some basics, I guess. I don't know how much it'll do, though. Bring the whole wallet close to the machine. There's a reader. It really worked. Card you can use while it's still in your wallet. It's like magic. Now, yeah, it's because it's got a microchip or something. Train's about to leave. Come on, hurry up. This is Tokyo Station. So, to pass out, hold your Suica up to the turnstile. Some numbers appeared on the screen. Must be the train fare and the cash remaining on my card. Here we are. This is Tokyo Station. So many stores and restaurants and souvenir shops. This is less like a station and more like a shopping mall. I was just thinking how big the station is. Even Japanese people get lost in the Tokyo Station if they're not used to it. There are 14 lines in the station, including subway and bullet trains. 14. Anyways, we'll be boarding the subway now, so you better keep close to us. Where else? Our house. Oh, right. I forgot we were going to your house. It's already late. We'll have plenty of time to show you around the city tomorrow. I love the fact that they basically just... A lot of anime does this, too. They do the McDonald's... Because McDonald's, there's a lot of McDonald's in Japan, apparently. But, quite often, they'll just take the McDonald's and they'll flip the M arch upside down to a W. I've seen a number of anime that have called it some variation of Whack-Donald's or something along those lines. It always amuses me when I see that, though. Fun way to get around copyright, I guess, or whatever. Alright, we're here. This is closest station to our house. I guess I'll be coming here a lot over the next few days. It's quite late. We'll head straight home tonight and show you around tomorrow. The town where Makoto and Akira live. Even so. What's wrong? You look so disoriented. It's just a regular suburb. It's not that strange, is it? It sure is. This stuff is completely foreign to me. What's so foreign about it? Well, like that vending machine over there. It's got juice and cigarettes. I don't think you'd find that anywhere but Japan. Really? At least that's not how it is in my country. I guess there could be other countries with vending machines out on residential street corners. Anyways, there's so many stores open this late night. Look at that. What store is that over there? That's a konbini. Short for convenience store. You can buy things like food and magazines there, even household supplies. Fun little side note. I was watching an anime called I Couldn't Become a Hero, so I decided to get a job. Fun anime, kind of. It's really humorous. It's basically the standard heroes have to defeat the Demon King, and our main character is basically in training to become a hero to fight the Demon King and his army. And while he's still in training, somebody defeats the Demon King. Well, suddenly there's no call for heroes anymore because the Demon King's been defeated and his armies are gone. So all these guys that were going to become heroes are suddenly stuck having to try to find regular jobs. Well, anyways, in the show, the store next to the... he works at basically this magical appliance store. The store next to him, though, is a Lawson's convenience store. And Lawson's, when I was a kid in Ohio... I'm still in Ohio, obviously, but... Lawson's was originally a convenience store chain that was... created in Ohio, and it was really big back in like the 60s, 70s, and early 80s in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the states around here. It was kind of regional, but it was a pretty good size chain. You saw Lawson stores everywhere. In the mid-80s, though, it got bought out by another company, and Lawson's eventually they just slowly started getting converted to this other company's stores, Dairy Mart. And Dairy Mart's now gone, and now they're all Circle K's. But anyways, so I just assumed that, Lawson's went out of business. So I'm watching this anime, and there is a Lawson's, and it's the same spelling. It's a real similar logo. It was like this light blue and white striped color scheme that the store used, and it was the same color scheme. So I'm like, what the heck? Looked it up online, and turned out that mid to late 70s, Lawson's entered into a partnership with Japan, a company in Japan, to open Lawson's stores in Japan. And when the United States for Lawson's got bought out, it didn't affect the Japanese Lawson stores. And over in Japan, Lawson's is like the second largest convenience chain behind 7-Eleven. And I didn't realize that. That blew my mind, because I'm like, holy crap, that was, there was a Lawson's right around the corner from my house when I was a kid. And it just kind of blew my mind to see this in an anime of all places. So, and yeah, apparently convenience stores are just everywhere. 24-hour store that sells that within walking distance. Yep. These girls are looking at me like I'm crazy. But there's so many 24-hour stores and vending machines around. All these things that would never exist outside of Japan. That's not entirely true. I will note. I mean, you're not going to find them in regional areas, but, like, there's a Circle K around the corner for me that's open 24 hours. They don't sell as much as convenience stores in Japan do, as far as I know. But still, it's not like these things are completely unheard of. You don't find vending machines just haphazardly willy-nilly, though. Those generally tend to only be outside of specific stores, and the stores stock them or whatever. When I think about it, I guess it's a sign that it's a really safe area. That's Japan for you. So, alright, here we are. This is our home. Come on in. I've heard you're supposed to leave your shoes by the entrance to Japan. Guess it's true. Japanese-style dining rooms have a tatami area, too. I'm glad I remembered to pack my good socks. Tatamis are soft mats used for flooring in traditional Japanese rooms. Wearing shoes or slippers on tatami is a big faux pas. It'd be embarrassing if I hadn't. This is the living room, and that's the kitchen. Please make yourself at home. In exchange, you have to not make a mess. I won't. That's right. Anyway, let's go to your room. Japanese-style guest room. Will it work for you? A tatami room. A Japanese-style room. That's amazing. I can really stay here. Well, this is our only guest room, so it's my dream to stay in a tatami room. Thank you. Glad you're happy about it. As long as you're here, you can think of it as your room. Make yourself at home. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Makoto. Where are your parents? If I'm going to stay here for a while, I'd like to introduce myself. Our parents aren't here. What? What did you just say? Our parents were called out of town for 2 weeks on urgent business. It's a shame. They really wanted to meet you. Well, that's going to be awkward. Their parents aren't here. They won't be back until after I'm gone. In other words, the whole time I'm in Japan, the only ones in the house will be Makoto and Akira and I. How is that going to work? I have to stop thinking about this. They've done nothing but good to me. I can't betray their kindness they've shown me. I'm not going to think about that stuff anymore. Good Lord. A gentleman, a gentleman, a gentleman. Check out this spread. The table's covered in food. No, it's not. It's empty. The visual novels tend to have a fairly static backgrounds, so you don't get a lot of variation in the designs. You'll have a single background, and then they'll just put the characters who are involved in the conversation on screen. And they'll have minimal changes depending on expressions and stuff. I was not slaving over anything. I won't say anything more then. You really should be more honest. What's wrong? Nothing, It's surprising to hear that I prepared all this food? No, not at all. I just didn't expect it. That's the same as being surprised. Well, that's true. Either way, Makoto seems like she ought to be the cook in the family. Anyway, I don't care. If you're anxious about it, you don't have to eat. I'm not anxious. If you've been working on it since morning, I have to eat it. I told you I didn't really work particularly hard on it. Now let's toast to your first day and our first meeting together. Cheers. Cheers. Fine, cheers. There's plenty of everything, so please eat your fill. That's right. There's something Japanese people say before eating, isn't there? Before eating, you mean itadakimasu. I can't pronounce that. They pronounce it in anime all the time, and they mush it together so fast. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to try it. I sound like an idiot when I try pronouncing that. Japanese have an interesting way of speaking, which I guess we do it too, and we don't notice it as much because we're so used to the words. If you think about it, you really do talk quickly sometimes, and I'm talking fairly quickly now. Your words do tend to mash together. Japanese words, though, because I'm trying to sound them out, I tend to end up emphasizing the syllables more than what you usually will hear, so it's kind of weird. It's great. This is amazing. Isn't that nice, Aki-chan? Because you're the one that made it. That's true, but your cooking is amazing. I can hardly believe it. So you don't think I look like a cook? Oh, so she's that kind of girl. To tell the truth, I was thinking it a little. There's still some left. The food, there's still some left, so you can say it if you want more. Akira. Sure, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Yakety schmackety. Sigh. The food Akira made sure was delicious. And I even got to take a Japanese-style bath. Just as a note, the Japanese-style rooms, I don't think they're going to really talk about it here. But, like, they talk about the tatami rooms. And that's because Japanese-style rooms usually just have the tatami mats. Apparently tatami mats have a fairly standard size. So frequently they'll say something like it's a 4 tatami room or a 6 tatami room or something like that to describe how big the room is. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if you see on the floor, see how there's that, well, they've got the futon, their little bedding down now. There's a line on the floor you can see that separates two of these yellow mats. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how they measure out the mat. Like, that's one mat, and then next to it's another mat. But I'm not really sure. But anyways, Japanese-style rooms don't tend to have beds. Instead, what they do is they have futons, which I keep in little cubby holes or closets or whatever, and they just lay those out at bedtime. So the rooms themselves tend to not have much of anything in them, at least that you can see. It's kind of freaky to me because I'm a pack rat and my room is perpetually cluttered with stuff. I find that if I don't have shelves and places to put boxes of stuff and everything and just have things set out all over the place, I can't put anything anywhere. I cover every possible surface with things. Anyways, I guess people really here really do use bathtub for daily relaxation. I never thought a bath could feel so good. I was even more surprised that you could fill it with hot water in the touch of a button. They said you could just touch a panel in the kitchen and it fills with hot water to the proper level. Japanese people are obsessed with the idea of the bath. But it feels so amazing, I can't exactly blame them. Yawn. The heat from the bath made me sleepy. Now that I think about it, I didn't sleep on the plane at all. I think it's been a nice night. For that, I should charge my cell phone. Good thing I bought an A-type 100-volt adapter to plug in for Japanese outlets. Yeah, outside of the U.S., a lot of places don't use... A lot of countries don't have different standardizations for their outlets. So, a lot of times you frequently will need an adapter if you want to plug something in. I'm going to make the most of my day in Tokyo tomorrow. I wonder what's waiting for me out there. I've got to fill the album of my mind with all kinds of sights and information. It's going to be so much fun. Nope. Day 1. Huh? What is this room? Where the heck am I? I know, I'm in Japan. Last night I achieved my dream of coming to Japan. It's not a dream, it's totally real. I'm in Makoto and Akira's house in Japan, and today I'll get to look around the city of Tokyo. Which means I can't afford to sleep in, I'd better get up fast. But first... that is a complicated looking toilet. What the heck is this thing? There's all these random buttons. What are they supposed to be? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm going to push one. It's not like it's going to explode on me or anything. Here we go. It's like a warm breeze blowing up from inside. Why does the toilet blow wind at me? Alright, I'm going to press another switch. Now there's a little nozzle rising up in. There's water shooting out. Someone make it stop. You don't have to laugh so hard. But, I wasn't expecting you to cry of distress so early in the morning, let alone to find you drowning in the toilet. There's no way I can keep from laughing. Tran, really, it's rude to laugh so hard. You're one to talk, you're laughing too. What are you talking about? I'm not laughing at all. What was I supposed to do? I didn't know anything about all those toilet functions. Who would have thought a toilet would wash your butt after you do your business? They even blow hot air to dry you. Japanese people have crazy ideas. But once I used it, it really did feel kind of nice. I don't know. I think that would be weird. I don't know if I could do that. Sorry for laughing. Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay. Now that I think about it, it was really pretty funny. Sure, it's best not to hold back and laugh when something's funny. And it's nice to see her laugh after she was so put out yesterday. Anyways, here you go. I made breakfast. I've been starving ever since I woke up. Let's see. The breakfast menu is salad, bread and eggs. This is... I was kind of hoping for more Japanese-style healthy breakfast, but I thought you might prefer a more familiar kind of breakfast. What do you think? Sure, that's right. This is what I usually eat. Salad? Really? Where's this guy from? Well, I guess we'll eat. We say... yeah. Speaking of which, where do you want to go today? Have you decided what you want to go? Where I want to go? No, I was thinking about it later. I was going to think about it later. Where do you recommend? To be honest, I was thinking maybe Akira I might accompany you. Just the two of us? Yes, one of us has to take care of the house with our parents away, so we couldn't both go. But yeah, we're on break from school right now, so it shouldn't be a problem for Oni-chan or I to take you around. I mentioned earlier that Oni-chan is sister, big sister. Seriously, that's great. I would appreciate the help. I'm glad you think so. So I know it's sudden, but where would you like to go? Let me see, where would I like to go? I know. First off, can I have a minute? Sure. Just stay put a second, okay? Wait here. Told me to wait, but it's been 5 minutes. What on earth are they doing? Sorry for the wait. There you go. What on earth? Ta-da! Welcome to Misaki Tours. This is what tour guides wear when they show people around. It really gives it that touristy air, you know? Oh, honestly, Aki-chan, did you make these clothes while I wasn't watching? You made those? Yep, that's right. She must be really skilled to make things like this. Guess Aki-chan was looking forward to your visit. She even made tour guide clothes. Alright. Anyways, let's pick out our itinerary. Did you decide where you want to go? Yeah, more or less. Then would you like to choose a region? Let's see, I want to go... we get to kind of... In this game, your travel expenses will be shown on the screen as you travel. Train fare will be shown on the screen. For convenience, all travel expenses between Makoto and Akira's house and sightseeing tours will use the same fare as traveling between Tokyo Station and the sightseeing spots. So you get to pick where you go. Akihabara. That's the big nerd location. That's where all the anime and manga shops and stuff are. However, I think I'm going to wait on that. This has been, we're at the 32 minute mark or so. So I'm going to go ahead and save and end the video here, I believe, because we don't want these to go too long. I might do a couple more of these because this is kind of interesting to explore the game in Japan, so I want to play more of it anyway, so I might as well go ahead and record these. But for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and call it. As always, this video is made possible by the wonderful, wonderful contributions of my Patreon backers. I appreciate all my patrons, and I couldn't make these videos without their help, so thank you very much. If you are interested in possibly becoming a supporter and seeing more videos along these lines, plus some other projects I work on, please check out the link in the description below and consider becoming a patron. I would love you a lot for that. And if you enjoyed the video, please click like, and if you would like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and have a good one.